Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. Whew, we got some subjects to talk about today. First, what am I wearing? This is the Tulip cardigan. The pattern was written by the lovely pattern writers at premieryarns.com. It is a free pattern on their website. I will link it below, but I also did a tutorial for this cardigan, although I did not do the sleeves because I'm hot-blooded and I didn't want sleeves on mine. So the tutorial does not show the sleeve aspect. But after I did this tutorial, Premiere, of course, did their own tutorial showing how to do the sleeves. So it's all good in the neighborhood. Alright, so yeah, I've been working on some stuff. I wanted to show you just kind of what I made. It will probably be shown again in Monday Makes because that's just how we roll. Before I get on to that, there is a subject I want to broach this morning. So, don't worry, it's not negative. My friend Kayla from the YouTube channel Llama Mama Kayla, she is the brilliant mind that came up with Podcaster Spirit Week, and that was a lot of fun. And some of you have already gone over and visited Kayla. And for those of you that have not, I will describe to you a little bit about Kayla and talk about why we're talking about her today. Kayla has a lot of illnesses, and I'm not going to go into that because I'm not educated enough to go into her diseases and her illnesses and what is going on with her. But to break it down into the very little bit of knowledge that I have, Kayla only has 5 fingers as of the recording of this video. And the reason is because of the diseases have caused issues that has caused her to have amputations in her fingers. So currently, and I hope I get her fingers right, she has, actually, her right hand, I believe, looks like this. So she has this finger and this finger, and I think her left hand looks like this. So she's had 5 fingers amputated. And what, I'm going to be real honest right now. That's the reason I subscribed to Kayla in the very beginning, because I was fascinated that she could crochet with only 5 fingers. It sucked me in. And I was so fascinated by watching her. And over time, and I may get emotional watching or saying all of this, I'm gonna try not to. Over the time that I've been following her for a couple years now, and for a long time I was just a silent follower of hers. Because I don't really comment on videos. I watch a lot of video. Well, I don't watch that much anymore, but I used to watch a lot of videos and I just didn't comment. Because I watch them on the TV. I usually watch them before I go to bed. And so I don't have my phone next to me in bed because I don't like having my phone in bed. And I'm usually crocheting while I'm watching the videos, and so I don't comment. But I am subscribed to several very fascinating YouTubers. Crafters, although I'm subscribed to a lot of different people. But the reason I'm bringing up Kayla is because today, while you guys are probably watching this, she is in surgery to have surgery on this finger, possibly a full amputation. We're praying that she only has to have part of it removed because that is her dominant hand, and it will greatly lessen what she's able to do on her own. And I don't say that, I'm not telling you guys this story because I want her to, and I don't think she wants sympathy either. I'm asking for you guys to, if you pray for her, that she has the best possible outcome for her surgery, and that the doctor's hands, pray for the doctor's hands. If you don't pray, and that's perfectly fine with me, whatever you believe in, if you believe in positive vibes, if you light a candle for someone, if you just send happy thoughts to that person, I ask that you do that for Kayla. There's a lot of you on here, and I know that she would really appreciate that. But secondary, I'm going to ask you another favor. What she's going through has got to be scary, and she puts on a really brave face. And I'm going to say this about Kayla. Kayla has been a very good friend to me. She's a member on my YouTube. She's like a member. She is in my Facebook group, even though she doesn't really use Facebook. She's in there. She emails me occasionally. She's just a really kind, happy soul, and I feel very strongly about her. I think she's a really good person. So I'm asking you to go cheer her up, to go like we did with Ashley a couple of months ago. Just go to her page or comment on this video, because I know that she will watch it when she has time. Just leave I prefer you to go to her channel. I mean, you can absolutely leave messages here, but I think it will be better for her if you go to her page. Comment on her videos. Just flood her with positive messages, quotes, song lyrics, anything you can do to cheer her up. Wish her well, wish her quick healing, say a prayer for her, any of those things. I just really think that that would mean a lot to her. And she said that I made her cry twice this week already, so let's go for 3 times. Let's make her cry. So with that, that's what I wanted to say about Kayla. And my personal message to Kayla: I love you. I'm definitely praying for you. I've been praying for you for a while. I just don't tell you that I pray for you. And you're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. And I believe in my heart that everything is going to be okay. Now with that, before I full on cry, Mr. Cinnamon yesterday recorded Tuesday Tea with Cinnamon for me. And I was joking with him. I was like, I got so much to do. You should record my video for me. I didn't know he was going to take it to heart. But he did. And he didn't tell me he was doing it. I had errands to run yesterday. It was the last day of fall break for my niece, Pumpkin Spice, otherwise known as Hermione. And she was here, and it just happened that it was also her birthday weekend. And it has been a really, really busy weekend. Friday was her actual physical birthday, and she turned 19. I can't believe she's 19. I actually was in the room with my sister, my older sister, not Paprika, when she gave birth, and I was the first one who got to see my niece when she came out, which is why I think she's so close to me. I told her, I said, I saw you first. Before your own parents, I saw you. I was there. You saw me first. Me. I also taught her how to say Nini, which is her nickname. I taught her, and my sister hated that name, but I taught her to say Nini. So she started saying Nini at like 9 months old. It was like her 3rd word in life was the word that I taught her. And not long after that, she started saying Nenny, which is Aunt Jenny. So, Friday, she wanted a very special meal. What did I fix her? She wanted, I think she wanted tacos. I think that's what we had Friday, if I can recall. I can't remember the exact order of things. Was it yeah, tacos. We had tacos because we were going to King's Dominion, which is an amusement park here. And they had they have Halloween events on the weekends. So we went to the haunted houses, and it was a lot of fun. Little man, this is only his 2nd year ever going to haunted houses, and I'm so proud that he's scared, but he like leads the pack and protects his mom. Even though mom is not scared at all. Like, I laugh and I interact with the ghosts and the goblins and the monsters and the bad people. It was a lot of fun. The boy that I told you guys in yesterday's video, or Monday's video, the boy I told you that she was out with, he actually drove and went to King's Dominion just to run into her, which I thought was really sweet, which is why I kind of like this kid. But he's too stupid to make a move on her, and she's too stupid to tell him she likes him. So, although that's probably for the best, because right now I just want her to focus on school and not being in a relationship, because she's never really been in a relationship at 19 years old. She's never even kissed a boy. And she's very, like, protective of herself, like, a lot, because of, you know, life, what she's been through. So I don't think, with everything else that she's gone through this year, that being in a relationship would be a good idea, especially because he has a job where he travels a lot. He's only 20, 21, I think. She's 19. But he's already got his crap together, which I totally appreciate this kid for that. He travels for work. He does like line work. He's like a lineman with his dad. He's a really nice kid. I just don't think it would be a good idea for her to embark in a relationship right now because of all of the extra difficulties that your brain can go through when you're in a first-time relationship, because everything is about that boy. And she's an RA for the first time this year, and she's doing practicum, which she's actually in a classroom teaching little kids, and she's doing her full schedule of schoolwork. I just don't think being in a relationship is a good idea, but do appreciate the kid. We came home from King's Dominion, and the one thing I was really proud of myself with is, you guys know that I've been exercising. I haven't done real good the past week and a half, almost 2 weeks, because I haven't wanted to exercise. Let's be real, I haven't wanted to. I've been just bombarded with other things that need to get done around the house and on the channel and all that. Just, you know, there's a lot. It's been a lot going on. So I haven't been real good with exercising, but I'm trying to, you know, make the steps count that I take. And so the last time we went to King's Dominion, I had a hard time. And it was for little man's birthday, and we went to the water park, and I had a hard time. Like, I kept getting out of breath, and I kept feeling like I needed to sit down because it was like we were walking a lot. And this time that didn't happen. I sat down a couple times because I wanted to sit in the scare zones and watch people get scared, because I love that. And so I got through it, and usually Mr. Sim is a real gentleman. I'm gonna say he's a really good man. And the only thing I can think of is he learned it from Grandpa, because Grandpa was a really good man to Grandma. Like, when we would go visit them, Grandpa would go out to the car, because Grandma still took classes up until like 10, 15 years ago at the college. She also worked at the college, but she also took classes, you know. She's always like about just doing stuff. She's not the kind to sit and do nothing. They took dance classes together. They did all kinds of cool stuff together, but he would go and get her books out of the car and carry them in for her, which he also did when they were teenagers. I found out. And I think that example is why Mr. Cinnamon is such a good man, a good husband. So usually when we're at a theme park or amusement park, like, I will watch the women go and order food and carry these big trays by themselves while the man is sitting down with their children. My husband does not allow that. My husband stands in line, I sit down with the kids, he brings back the big trays of food, and we eat, and then he puts the trays away. And it's always been that way. He does not open the car door for me, however he does pump my gas always. I don't like pumping gas. And it makes me feel extra special that he always puts gas in my car. So usually when we're at a theme park or something, he goes and gets the car and brings it to us and picks us up by the entrance so that we don't have to walk as far. Because I have had a lot of trouble walking in the past, just especially after I got COVID the first time in 2019. And then I was sick through 2020. It affected me for a year after that, where I just could not breathe no matter where we went. And so, but he's always done it. He's always done it. And so now I feel like Saturday was an accomplishment to me because I walked to the car with him and got the car, and then we picked up the girls. So I felt so accomplished by such a simple task. So I know that working out is benefiting me in lots of different areas. Like I said, I'm not doing it to lose weight. I'm just trying to have a better life. Period. So we had a lot. If you heard a gas noise coming from the other room, little man he figured out how to blow noises on his arms, and he's been doing it nonstop, obsessively. He's driving me crazy. So if that's what you hear, that's him, it's not me, I promise. So we did the King's Dominion thing, and we were there from like 5 or 6 till almost closing, which we usually leave like at 9:30, but we stayed and had a good time, you know. And it was a lot of fun. We got home, we were all tired. So the next day, we were actually celebrating her birthday. So she wanted to do some shopping for her birthday. So I took her to several stores because she needed a winter coat. And I am not buying her a coat that she's going to hate because she's so picky. She's so picky. So I took her to Burlington. Burlington had coats that were like $129. I was like, Burlington used to have affordable coats. What is with this? But they're all like name brands, and I'm not paying extra because there's a name on it. I'm not doing it. It's not gonna happen. And so she didn't even see anything she liked anyway because they were all them puffer jackets. She does not like that. She likes slim fitting coats, you know, that look cute on her little figure. And so I was like, okay, well, and then we pulled up our phones because at this point we'd already been to several places. I went to the post office. By the way, I got a package from Australia. It's over here somewhere. I'll show that in a minute. I'll remember to show that in a minute. This video was going to be short, and then I started talking, and you know how that goes. So, went to the post office. We had to go to the grocery store. We had to go all these places. And by now, I'm tired because we'd been gone like almost all afternoon. And I started pulling up my phone. We're checking JCPenney. We're checking Macy's. We're checking all these places. And so I searched winter coat just randomly on Google, and Kohl's came up. I don't shop at Kohl's. Kohl's does not carry my size at all. They stop at 2X for most of their clothes. I don't shop at Kohl's. They're not getting my money. They can't carry bigger sizes. They're not getting my money. So Kohl's popped up. I was like, let's try Kohl's. They had a coat that showed up on sale. It was like $50 some. And we go in, and right off the bat, she saw the coat. She liked the coat. It fit her. I was like, all right, well, let's buy it. We perused a little bit, just me and the two girls. Mr. Cinnamon and Little Man were in the car at this point because we'd already been to several places. Go up to the cash register, and I go to pay, and she asks me about Kohl's rewards, and I try to put in my phone number because I wasn't sure if I had them because Mr. Cinnamon signs up for a lot of things. And it didn't work. So she's all, oh, well, and it was this lady, this little tiny lady behind the counter. She knows that I'm trying to input for Kohl's rewards, the Kohl's cash thing, the reward thing. She's all, well, if you just give me your ID, I can do it. I was like, I don't have my driver's license on me, like whatever. She's all, but it could save you 40%. And I was like, okay, well, I asked my niece to hand her ID because, like, okay, we can sign up for a rewards thing, right? Which is the impression this woman gave me. She started signing her up for a credit card. And I was like, no. We're talking about Kohl's rewards. Give her ID back. Just check me out. It was a total bait and switch thing. And I don't know if all Kohl's did this or this lady was just trying to meet a quota or what was happening. I was furious. So then after that, she wanted to go to Five Below, and then they needed to stop at, I don't know, like a bunch of other places. And I was like, so we got home after having been gone all day shopping. And I was like, okay, shopping is definitely my exercise. All right, so look, this makes me so excited. This is from Australia. So this is from, I'll share that in a minute because I'm not telling my story yet. So we get home. She wants my mom's fried chicken. Now, my mom the way my mom described it is Southern style fried chicken. It is cooked in a cast iron skillet with butter instead of like oil. It's not deep fried, it's pan fried. There's a very light, thin coating of flour, but I, of course, use gluten-free flour. And salt and pepper is basically what they put on it. It's so good if done right. And it took me years and years to perfect my mom's fried chicken. And she is used to her mom's fried chicken. My sister always did a better job at the fried chicken than I did because she cooked a lot, and I don't cook like that. When I like chicken on the grill. I like chicken like in enchiladas. Fried chicken is a lot of work because you have to stand there and babysit it for like an hour. Okay. And then Mr. Cinema's like, well, let's make homemade mashed potatoes. I'm like, okay. And then we made green beans, and I made gravy. But also, like, there's extra things, like when it has to be gluten-free. Making gluten-free gravy is not as easy. Yes, you can use cornstarch. Cornstarch does not taste as good as if you make a roux. And so I'm standing at the stove and I'm like, I'm putting both my cast iron skillets on the stove. The boiling of the mashed potatoes can go to the back tiny little burner, because like the chicken is the longest part of the whole thing, because you gotta bread it and then you gotta like put it in the pan, you gotta babysit it so it doesn't burn, you gotta make sure there's enough butter in the pan, you gotta like, it's a process. And you can't cook it real high or it will burn. You gotta cook it like on a low heat, like not even low, but like a medium low heat. It's a process to get it just like my mom's. So I'm standing, my back is killing me because I'd already been shopping all day, and I'm like, I sat down at the kitchen table and I went like this to the food. I said, that doesn't say I love you. I don't know what does. And then she had presents. We bought her a suitcase. She really wanted a suitcase. And we bought her a Nintendo Switch. And I bought her the coat. And she's been wanting a Nintendo Switch forever. And they're expensive, but like, she's a good kid. She's got all A's in college. She's doing her thing, you know. I'm gonna buy her a Switch so she has downtime. She had a really nice birthday. She was really happy. And, you know, it was a good night. But, you know, all that to be saying. Then Monday comes around and she's got an ortho appointment because she had braces and she's had to go check to make sure she still needs her retainer in, how long she needs to wear her retainer, when she needs to wear her retainer and all that. And so she's got the okay, they don't need to see her again, everything is fine, she's good to go. And then she's like, can you take me to Walmart? I hate Walmart. I was like, I'm in my pajamas because I was not about to go into the dentist with her. I was sitting in the car, I was watching videos on my phone and I was crocheting. I said I would drop you at Walmart. I'm not going in with you, I'm in my pajamas. She's all right, no, that's fine. She went in, she went shopping, you know. So I was gone all morning, and then I knew we had to come home and we had to figure out all the things that we were doing before we drove her over the mountain to go home, which is 2 hours there, 2 hours back. And we had to wait until Mr. Cinnamon was done with his training at work, so we had to wait till like 4 to leave. It was a long night. So when Mr. Cinnamon did the video for me while I was gone doing the ortho appointment and the Walmart run and all that, like, it was so sweet. But like when I rewatched it last night after we got home from going over the mountain at like 9, 10 o'clock, I was watching the video to edit it and put it on. I was laughing at him because when he was reading, first of all, I don't even know where he got that yarn he was showing you guys, because I was like, where did you even get that yarn from? And then when he said it was 5mm yarn, he was reading the hook thing on the label and I just was laughing so hard. He's like, well, did I do good? I was like, yeah, you did good. I said, but 5mm is not the yarn measurement. He's all, it's alright, it's alright. So it was really sweet that they did that. And then one of the comments was that Juju talks way more with her dad than she talks when she's on channel with me. And I noticed that last night. I was like, she talks way more with you. What the heck? And the only thing I have a really strong personality. And I think, I don't mean to like overtake the conversation. But I think because Mr. Cinnamon is so like lax, he's just like chill. She like came out of her shell a little bit. Also because he was having a little bit of like the silence, like he didn't know what to say. She was jumping in to help him. So maybe I need to just turn the camera on and just not talk so that she feels awkward enough to talk. I think that would work. So yeah. Alright, so we'll do Happy Mail and then I will end the video showing you what I did. So I got this beautiful card from my pen pal Debbie. Debbie is in Louisiana. And that's so beautiful. It's like little sunshine. Friends are the sunshine of life. Thanks for being my pen pal Debbie. Stay cool. And she always puts cute little stickers and like cute stuff. And I love the sloth. I think it's so adorable. She even put a cool stamp, which she often does. So thanks, Debbie. She sends me cards and postcards all the time, and I have all of them because it means a lot to me that she thinks of me so often and she sends me stuff. So this package came from Litsa, Litsa, from Coco's Crochet. So she sent me a note thanking me for all the awesome videos. She sent me some really cool stickers of some of the animals of Australia, because this package came all the way from Australia. It came from Bardwell Valley. So I was actually looking at this. I have a slight obsession with Australia. I like Australia, I like Africa, I like Ireland. I'm just really fascinated by these places. I like watching, I had a major crush on the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin, for years. Loved him. I cried when he died. I love his family. His son is just the cutest thing ever, and I secretly dream that one day Juju will meet him and they will get married and I will be part of their family. We can live at Australia Zoo. Juju's totally got a crush on Robert Irwin, okay? So, because I love all things the Irwin family, I love what they're doing. I am a big animal lover. And I'm all about what they're doing. I think what they're doing is fabulous. So I know what a lot of these animals are. So I was looking, I was like, I think that's a kookaburra. That's a koala. I'm thinking this is a wallaby just because it seems shorter in stature, but it could be a kangaroo because the bottom says kangaroo. But I think that looks more like a wallaby, but I could be wrong. This is an echidna, a platypus, and a croc. So these stickers are so cool. So cool. I think I'm either going to put some of them on my laptop or I'm going to put some of them in my my planner. And then she sent me 2 coasters from Australia. And that's not an Australian accent. I don't know what the heck that was. Alright, so one of them, that's little man jumping upstairs. One of them highlights New South Wales and the other one highlights South Australia. So NSW must stand for New South Wales, which I never knew that. Because I've gotten mail from NSW before and I didn't know what NSW was. Because I'm not that smart. And so this has, oh, what is the name of that? My brain is like, nope, you're not going to remember. I know what it is. It's the Opera House. It has a name though. And it has koalas on there. And then this one is, oh, this one has Tasmania on it too. Come to Tasmania, we need you. It's got some alcohol right there. And some grapes. So I'm guessing that South Australia is probably known for wine. And then she sent me an Australian magnet with the Sydney Harbor in there. Isn't that beautiful? This is gonna go in my fridge. I actually have 2 other Australian magnets on my refrigerator, and that makes me kind of excited. Now I have another one to add to it. Because I think that's awesome. I love magnets. I told you guys the story. Our refrigerator broke, I think last year, I think it was last year. And our stove was messed up, the refrigerator was messed up, and so I was saving for over a year to be able to buy a refrigerator that I liked. And so I was saving my money and saving my money, all my YouTube money, I was saving it to buy a refrigerator. And then the stove started going crazy. The stove actually was, if you turn the stove on, it turned on full blast high like it was going to melt the world. And it was not safe. So I had to go out and buy both of those. Luckily I had my little penny saved up. When I bought the refrigerator, our last refrigerator was not magnetic. It had a faux metal finish on it. It was not at all magnetic. And you could hang stuff on the side, but there's not really room. My kitchen is really small. So I couldn't hang magnets on my refrigerator, but this refrigerator is magnetic. So all my magnets are on the refrigerator. So I get very excited about magnets. I know it's a silly thing, but it makes me excited. Okay, so now, if this video is not long enough, I have been working on, and actually I should probably pull my hair up for this. I have been working on using up my yarn. You guys know this. I've been working on emptying this bucket right here, which I almost emptied once and then I refilled it and got rid of that big wooden box, which makes an excellent downstairs toy box because little man's bedroom is upstairs, and I know that's not the best job, but whatever. He is constantly bringing stuff downstairs to play with, and then it builds up in my recliner, and I can't ever sit in my recliner, and it irritates me, and then it ends up in like a hamper, like a laundry basket, so he could take it back up to his room, and then my laundry baskets disappear. So the wooden box actually went into the living room, and he's using it as a toy box. It's the perfect box for, and it was meant to be in the living room anyway when it was meant to be a yarn box. So that worked out perfectly. So you guys know that I made the blankets last week, and then I had some scraps left over. This is from the candy shop yarns. I had scraps left over, and actually I think I used all the scraps left over for this, which is why it's a messy bun hat. And I know I never weave in my ends until way after the project's done. I didn't have enough to make a full hat. And this is 2 different colorways of the sweet rolls, but the blue is in here, so I'm like, it works, it works. So I went as far as I could, and it is a messy bun hat now. And I think it's really cute. And it worked out perfectly. And the colors are kind of cool. So there's that. That one's done. Like I said, I will probably show you guys these again Monday. So if you see them twice, act surprised. And then yesterday, because we were driving, I needed something to, well, I started this hat while she was in the orthodontist. And I finished it while we were driving her home. But on the way back over the mountain to come home to my house, I couldn't crochet anymore because it was dark, but I had already finished the hat, so it doesn't matter. And I showed you guys this. So I figured out what was causing that issue after using these click and lock, twist and lock hooks. It was all worn down right there. It's because my fingernail. So I bit my fingernail off, and then I discovered like I got a big old peely dry skip patch, which is probably beneficial that I actually cut the nail off so I can get moisturizer on there, because for some reason the skin peels towards my fingernail and it drives me nuts because it feels like there's constantly stuff under my fingernails. But anyway, so I can use this end instead, but I figured since that side is already worn down, we're just going to keep using that side. But if it gets too worn down, I can just switch and use this end, which is, I guess, okay. But yeah, so because I had the purple and the white left over from the corner baby blanket I showed you guys on Monday, I had enough to make a hat, and I still have more left over, so I could probably get a second hat out of that if I knit it. So this is the hat I made with that. And I just changed the top a little bit, and I put baubles here to give it a little more interest. Let me pull my hair back down for this one. And because I was using 2 different colors and 2 different balls, I just carried the yarn up, so I didn't have any extra ends to weave in, and it worked out just fine. I think this hat is so pretty. I love the purple and the white. So I think it turned out really good. And I just alternate. I changed the pattern slightly because with the hat, when you do the cowl, you have to work back and forth. You have to have 3 rows in between the baubles. But because this is working in the round and you can flip and crochet in the opposite direction, I just put 2 rows in of half double crochets instead of single, half double, single, so that I was able to get 3 rows of the baubles, and it's not a slouchy hat at all. So, and then if you want, because this is it's a ombre style fading yarn, if you want it a little more pink in the front, you can put it that way. But if you want it more dark purple in the front, you can put it that way. Which is ironic because the dark purple leads up to the lighter purple here. But here, it goes light purple to dark purple. So, yeah. I think it turned out really pretty. I really like it. I think my niece kind of wants it because she loves purple. And then I just dyed her hair purple. It's funny. She acts like she doesn't want to be like me. But at the same time, when she decided to do her hair a funky color, she chose purple. Which my hair was purple at the time. And then when I did my hair where I just colored the bottom, she's all, well, when you do the purple, can you just make it so that just the bottom is purple? And then I want like dark roots. I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I could do that. If you want to look like me. But what I did with hers is because, see how I have like higher parts of the pink up here? I did a lot more of that in her hair. So it actually comes up a lot higher of the purple. And it turned out really pretty, but it's like a pinky purple because that's all they had. So I love her hair. I think it turned out beautiful. She actually went to, that's another place we had to go to on Saturdays. She wanted to get her hair done. She wanted it thin. She has really, really thick hair. I have thick hair too, but hers is like, takes it to a new level. She's got enough hair for 4 people. And so she went and she asked them by herself, which is a big deal for her because she never has done anything on her own. I'm starting to make her do more stuff on her own because I need her to be independent. I need her to be an independent, strong woman so she doesn't end up stuck in a relationship that she shouldn't be in because she's scared to be alone and all the stuff that her, you know, she's seen. I just want her to be on her own and do her own thing. Because having a partner should not be because you need them. It should be because you want them, in my opinion. And she went in and asked to get her hair thinned out. She's all, can you take off like 4 inches? And the girl's like, are you sure you want 4 inches off? Because her hair is pretty long. And she's all, yeah. She's all, well, a lot of this is dead anyway, so it's not a big deal, you know. And so they cut it out. Her hair looks so much better now. The child is gorgeous. If I do say so myself. She looks nothing like me, but she's gorgeous. So that's what's been going on. And that's a really long Wednesday video. I didn't really plan on anything special. I made notes to talk about the Cardigan, Kayla, and Mr. Cinnamon. So if you've stuck in this long, thank you. That is awesome. Oh, by the way, this hat pattern, in case you didn't know, is a tutorial by yours truly. I made the first set in the Vivid yarn from Premier. It is a tutorial here, Vivid Dreams hat. I totally got this idea from one of my Facebook members because she's all, I don't really like hats, so I just made it into an ear warmer, and I was like, messy bun hat. So thank you for inspiring me right back. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will see you tomorrow. Is P.O. And I gotta figure out what we're gonna talk about. I gotta go through and pick a P.O. yarn. I have like all the yarns, so it's not a problem, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.